Sorry guys, we got cut off there. This is going to be a part 2. So part 1 will come out before this, same day. It'll just be like a minute before this. So if you're wondering what's going on here, there is a part 1. You can check it out. It will have the same title. It'll just say part 1 of 2. This will be part 2 of 2. Okay. What I'm seeing within your energy is that there's this, to have 5 of Wands and to have 5 of Pentacles, it's like needing to work something out and knowing that change is going to be involved in this, but it can be like, I don't know if I'm ready for change. I don't know if I can do this. Like, what if it's not going to work? Like, I don't know if I'm strong enough for this. And there's like that, but then I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. So you go from that sort of feeling like you're in a whole like ball of nerves even, or anxiety or stress. And then with the Knight of Wands, it's like something happens and then you're like, nope, I'm on board. And then I'm seeing you like rush through this. So I feel like you got to a point where you were like really feeling like intimidated or scared or hesitant, where it was like, I'm not going to jump. I'm not going to jump. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. And then all of a sudden, like maybe you just got tired of being in that space. I don't know what it was, but then I'm seeing you be like, nope, I got this. And then you go and do it. So I'm seeing you take action. And then I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles here. So I'm getting that you end up getting to exactly where you're trying to go. Starting off over here being like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. You know what this is kind of reminding me of? Just an example. I feel like this can be a lot of different situations. So I'm just using an example to shed light on what I'm seeing, to make it more digestible and easily understood. This reminds me of when I was at my old job before I started doing this, how I felt like I was being guided to quit my job and to move into something else. 5 of Wands and 5 of Coins can be like, I'm really scared of the change and what happens, and like, how am I going to be able to financially support myself, and what even am I going to be walking into next? And so it's like all of the fears that come up and all of the resistance to change that comes up. And then having the Knight of Wands, it's like then being like, okay, enough of that, and then just doing the thing and just taking action. And then to have 10 of Pentacles on the other side, it's like well worth it. So you end up being basically like rewarded for your bravery essentially. And then you see 9 of Coins, so you see somebody that's like, I did this and it's mine to enjoy. So that's what I'm seeing. You go from being like very scared and very hesitant to then being like, nope, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna jump. And then it ends up going really well. I'm seeing it be super, super successful for you. Yeah, I'm hearing the word bravery. I'm hearing courage. It's strength on the bottom of the deck. I get the feeling of you breaking down everything that's been feeling just a lot right now. To have Judgment and to have 9 of Wands, it's you looking at something and being like, why is this feeling stressful for me? And like, how can I approach this in the best way? Like, what is this bringing up for me? And also like task management, prioritizing, balancing, tending to what needs to be balanced or tended to, like that sort of stuff, which then makes it easier because you sort of look at something and you may look at it and be like, that's a very big mountain to climb, but then you break it down where it's like, all I have to do is put one foot in front of the other. And then I'm seeing it be something that you know that you can do. It's going to take a minute, but you know that you can do it. But when you look at the whole thing and you're like, I have to climb all the way up there, it can feel like an impossible feat. But when you break things down in this way, you're like, oh, I just need to be practical. Oh, I just need to show up every day. And like some days you don't want to take any steps. Some days you take 10 more steps than usual. Like, so, you know, it's kind of going at your own pace, but knowing that it's just about doing what's immediately in front of you and just taking that next step. So we're looking at the sun, we're looking at Pluto. I'm hearing Aquarius. I'm looking at Leo on the bottom of the deck too. Capricorn. For some of you, there's something that's going to have to be expressed emotionally, but this could be like something on your heart, but this could be something that you were hesitating to do. Kind of like, I'm aware that I'm feeling this, but I haven't said anything about it yet, like that sort of thing. That's what I'm seeing when I'm lifting up the deck, flipping through. Sun and Five of Wands, conflict. I'm very aware of this now and I can't look away. Page of Swords and Five of Pentacles can be that moment of being like, I'm trying to find answers and I'm not finding them. Or it can be like, I'm almost scared to look. Like I type the thing into the search engine and I almost like don't want to see what's popping up for me. But I do feel like this Page of Swords is kind of about like, what is this going to mean moving forward? And for some of you, like the fear of the change may be stopping you or having you hesitate from like planning things out or researching forward or like preparing. Then I'm seeing the Ten of Swords happen. So this can be like this thing that I was fearing all along, like it finally ends up taking place. But then what it looks like is that as soon as that's finalized, so as Ten of Swords, when we get to a 10, it means like we're at the very, very end of the cycle, and whatever comes out next is going to be like what's happening in the beginning of the next cycle. So Ten of Swords happens, and then immediately I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. So it's kind of like that cord is cut, or whatever needed to be completed to sort of like release you and let you go. I'm seeing that happens. And I'm seeing Knight of Wands and I'm seeing Knight of Pentacles. So this is like, I'm gonna go in the direction that I wanna go in, but I'm gonna do it in a practical way, in a well thought out way. And so you have the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest wands, or the fastest knight, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest one, and you're getting them to work together with one another. So you have the fire and the earth energy. So you have like your passion and your motivation working with the elements of you that are practical and will set things up and want things to be stable. So there's a sense of like, I am going to listen to my heart and where I feel called, and I'm going to approach it in a practical way, in a way that makes sense, in a logical way, in a way where I can sort of plan things out, but I'm still listening to myself when I'm doing this. I'm still motivated by that fire inside. And then we have Ten of Pentacles. So you get to where you're trying to go. You accomplish exactly what you're trying to accomplish, and things feel very stable for you. So you start off being like, thinking that's never going to happen, or being like, I have my doubts about this and this is why I don't want to end this thing. But then the thing ends, whether you do it or somebody else does, the thing ends, and then you end up getting into a spot that's actually much better than where you had been before. And you feel very, very stable. Then I'm seeing Three of Swords and I'm seeing Nine of Pentacles. So it feels like something was going on that was getting in the way of you being able to enjoy things. It can even be like, this thing is getting in the way of me enjoying my life, or enjoying my time, or enjoying this area of my life. But then I'm seeing Six of Swords, and so we're moving out of that. That's not the case anymore. And we're moving to a place too where Knight of Cups, we're also expressing ourselves more openly. And then I'm seeing Judgment and I'm seeing Ten of Swords, which feels like maybe this is everything that's going on that's feeling a bit stressful and overwhelming currently. And then having Strength on the bottom of the deck is like a reminder that you are strong enough to move through this. It's just a matter of your willingness. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am wishing everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.